How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and her trip to the hair salon in San Francisco. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. Hey, ABL, that's a pretty petty topic. We got bigger fish to fry. I hear you. I understand. However, this topic is really important because it points to the heart of what I speak about on the channel all the time. What is a mantra of the Democratic Party right now? Do as I say, but never as I do. Rules for thee, but never for me. All right. There's a whole lot to quote unquote unpack here, as the cool kids would say. But first, let's get into the video. In this clip, you're going to see Nancy Pelosi talking about how important it is to wear a mask and to follow all the rules of the shutdown and whatnot. Then you'll see her in a salon with no mask on when she should not be there at all because it's in California and everything shut down. After we get done watching that, I'll come back. I'll give you my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
He just would not accept the science that says you must test, trace, treat, you must wear your mask, you must have sanitation, you must have social distancing.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, I do not know where to begin. Let's start straight from the top. Let's talk about Nancy Pelosi and the hypocrisy. We'll get into the salon and how the footage got quote unquote leaked in a moment. Let's talk about Pelosi right quick. I see her all the time screeching about, you gotta wear a mask, you gotta wear a mask. She'll talk about Trump not wearing the mask, Pence not wearing the mask, everybody not wearing the mask. Oh, it's irresponsible. This is ridiculous. Republicans don't care about science, science this, science that, all this and that, right? Okay. But you get to go to a salon with no mask on to get a wash and a blowout. That's why she was there. All right. And the salon was closed. All the salons in California, and definitely in San Fran, are closed right now. They reopened on September the 1st for outdoor appointments only. And this salon that she went to, number one, it doesn't even apply because she was inside getting her hair did, not outside. But they still can't do blow drying because they say that the blow drying could cause particles to, move around. So that's not permitted. And the salon does hair color, and you can't use chemicals outside. So it would not have applied to the salon at all. And she was inside, not wearing the mask. So that's not what's going on. Now, her office put out a statement talking about, oh, she didn't know that she did anything wrong because the policy of the city and the salon was to have one customer at a time. That's not true. I repeat, that is not true. The salon was totally shut down. The only reason she was able to get in there is because one of the stylists that rents a booth from the salon let her in on a special occasion. All right. The assistant for Pelosi texted the hairstylist asking could they get a wash and a blowout, and then they made it happen. But the salon is not open. All right. The owner, Erica Kayas, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to butcher her name, but she's heated. She's really upset. And she is the reason why the footage got quote unquote leaked to the media. All right. Because she's like, okay, Nancy Pelosi, her district is San Francisco. Speaker of the House, that's her role in the House, but she's also a House rep. She's a lawmaker. So this is her district. She has responsibility there. How are you going to be a House rep in San Francisco where all the salons are shut down, but you get to get your hair done at a salon that's shut down? And then when you pressed on it, you say, oh, no, I didn't know. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I followed the rules. And you didn't follow the rules. The salon was closed, and they've been closed since probably right around the pandemic, quote unquote, pandemic started back in March. And the owner did everything possible to get open. She has those plexiglass partitions set up in between the booths. They're socially distant, 6 foot apart. You got open windows to let air circulate. She did everything she could have done to make the salon ready to reopen, but she was still not allowed to reopen. She's a single mom. I think she got 2 kids with no income. She got the PPP loan, but I mean, time is still progressing. Bills are still due, and she's not able to pay. And then beyond that, all the rules and regulations around the virus plus the general lack of law in San Francisco with all the homeless, all the doo-doo on the ground, needles on the ground, that's pretty much turned the area where the salon is to a third world country. Okay, it's not even really tenable to be there. 60% of the clientele are no longer there because they fled the city. You know, you got to escape this place. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't work. You can't make a living. So a lot of our clientele has left, and then the area has become much more dangerous than it already was. So, I mean, they're pretty much toast. A lot of these places that were open before the virus hit are not going to reopen because of all the damage that's done. It may be irreversible. So she's heated, and I don't blame her. This is what the left does. It was the same thing up in Chicago with Lori Dirtyfoot Lightfoot, talking about, oh, well, I went to a salon even though it's closed because of the rules that we put in place because I got to be on TV. I'm the face of the city. It's like, excuse me, how many women are up there that got to be on TV? All right, I got to be on TV myself. Now, luckily, I'm a man, so I can just, cut my own hair with a pair of clippers and it's no big deal. But what if I were a woman living in Chicago and I got to be on TV, or I got to have a decent appearance? I got to get my hair did and whatnot, and I can't go to the salon. I even saw a sting operation in Texas, of all places in the world, in Texas, where 2 ladies got locked up for doing hair and it was at their home. So you can't have a salon. You can't do hair at your house or nails at your house in Texas, California, Illinois. But Nancy Pelosi gets to go in there and get her hair washed and blow it out. Lori Lightfoot gets to get her Beetlejuice hairstyle rocking and rolling. Oh, it's fine for them, right? Because they got some kind of special exemption. This is what communism kind of leads up to. This is like animal farm type stuff. Some animals are more equal than other animals. All right. They put themselves at this really high level in the ivory tower in the sky. But you as a regular person, you're pretty much a peon on ground level. You mean nothing to them. All right. This is why they're losing so much support. I'm not really sure how Nancy Pelosi is still in office, quite frankly. And I feel like after this election, if she's still there, then it just kind of points to the ignorance of the populace or just some fraud or something like that going on. Why would you vote for people like this that have these draconian rules for you? Oh, you got to wear a mask, but not me. Oh, you can't go to the salon, but I can. It's dumb. If you're going to have rules that lawmakers set, that lawmakers support, then they need to follow them themselves. They can't be like, oh, well, if you don't wear a mask, if you go to a salon, you're going to get locked up or fined or whatever, but I can do whatever I want and there's no punishment for me. And then put out a statement lying about it, talking about, oh, I thought it was one person. Now you know that it's not the truth. The salons have been closed totally. You were given an exception. How does it make sense to have one client in a salon as an exception? How does it make any sense? It does not make any sense. All right. As I close, I want to say this whole pandemic thing, I'm over it. I mean, I'm pretty much back to normal life, and I've been like that for a long time. I did not quarantine or anything. I did not go through this whole mask craze. I'm just not with it. All right. If you got this 80 million year old lady and Nancy Pelosi not wearing the mask, doing whatever she wants to do, and San Fran, which is a biohazard in itself, if you got her doing that, then why should I have to do what she's telling me to do? If she's not doing it and she's in the high risk age group, then why should I? And you know what? I got to add one last thing here. I bet she's on hydroxychloroquine. I bet you she's on it while at the same time talking about, oh, it doesn't really work. Trump's conspiracy theory, this is dangerous. I bet she's on it. Huh? I bet she is on it. Same thing with Dirtyfoot and all the rest of them. The politicians, they just telling you anything. They're lying to you. And it's ridiculous. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Nancy Pelosi and Lori Lightfoot and all the rest of them that tell you one thing that you must do, but they don't do it themselves, they do the exact opposite of what they tell you to do? Are they hypocrites? Are they liars? And that's your viewpoint. Let me know why in the comments below. Or do you think that it's okay for Nancy Pelosi to go get her hair done, the wash and the blowout, while you can't? She can go to the salon, but you can't go. She can wear She can not have a mask on her face, but you got to wear a mask on your face. Is that okay? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. She is a stone cold, stomp down hypocrite, 1000%. And all the rest of them. Same thing with Andrew Cuomo talking about wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask. But you outside in New York walking your dog, no mask on, smiling for the camera. Oh, that's fine, right? Oh, okay. Lori Lightfoot getting her hair done, the Beetlejuice little mini afro, talking about I got to be the face of the city. Oh, really? I mean, you could at least get a better hairstyle than that. Put on lace front wig or something. You know, give me a little bit more than just a little. You could do that at your house. Why must you be a hypocrite to go get this random basic hairdo? At least get something a little bit better than what you got. And then Nancy Pelosi, the chief screecher. I don't want to hear another word from any of them. Don't tell me nothing. If you don't want to do it yourself, don't tell me to do it. That's simple. Anything that I would tell any a subordinate or employee or a friend or anything, I would want to do myself. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm going to be consistent, steadfast, and 100% congruent with my current statements and my current beliefs. If I change my mind, then I tell you why I changed my mind, and I will hold you and anyone else to the same standard that I hold myself. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.